Just a few weeks till the end of 2023. Great time to plan for tax time. Maybe clean up a few things, take advantage of tax law to save yourself some money. Charlie Heid is with us today, a tax principal, with some tips for planning for January 1st. Okay, a lot of people that work may have a 401k, have a 401k match. Perhaps the company matches up to 4%, but you can always throw in more money. How does that work out?
Yeah, so at this stage, what you want to look at is make sure you're maxing out on your elective deferral. And so it's 23.5 is the max you can put in if you're under 50. And if you're over 50, like me, you can kick in a catch-up amount, and that would take you up to $30,000. And you would be amazed the percentage, 15% in 22 didn't do up to their max in their 401k. And that was a study by Vanguard. So you really need to take advantage of that. And especially, as you said, if your employer matches, you need to at least...
Free money, right?
Free money, yep. So you need to do that. But that will reduce your taxable income and save you taxes this year if you can get that to the max.
Okay, then you've also got the charitable donations. This is time of year for giving, and we want to, help organizations that help others. But there's some tax benefits, but it's kind of tricky.
It is, and what happens now is with the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, itemized deduction became very prevalent, or standard deduction, excuse me. So more people today take the standard deduction than itemized. So if you consider that, hey, what if I'm always going to give to charities? Well, what if I take the contributions I'm going to give next year, make them this year, here at the end of the year, bunch my donations so I can itemize this year, take the standard next year, itemize the following year. That way you're kind of bunching.
Well, Charlie, what is the standard deduction? Is it an amount or a percentage of your income, or how does that work out?
No, the standard deduction for this year is, I'm going to round it, $13,000 for single, and it's $27,000 for married filing joint.
That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. And so for you to itemize, you'd have to be over those amounts. And that's why you would bunch your charitable donations to try and get there, because today itemized deductions are state and local, which is capped at $10,000, mortgage interest, charitable donations. I know.
Yeah. Consider your health savings accounts, the HSA, if you have a high deductible health plan. Lay that out for him. It confuses me.
Yeah. So today, a lot of employers are offering multiple choices for people on health insurance. And one of those choices will be what's called a high deductible health plan. So you have a very high deductible, but you have the ability to contribute to a health savings account. And this is where you can sock money away to pay medical expenses, and while it's in that account, it earns tax-free, as long as you use it for medical expenses when you pull it out. So here's the key. I can contribute to that this year and get a deduction on my return. So if I have a high deductible and I haven't been contributing to it, I have until end of this year, and here's the beauty of it. I can even contribute into early next year and make it for this year.
Is that deferring the income?
No, I'm making a tax deduction, but the key is this is an adjustment to your AGI. So it's not an itemized deduction. It becomes right off your gross income.
That's why we love guys like you, because it's your job to know this stuff, because the rest of us like, woo, Okay. Also, planning for next year, you need to take a look at what your deductions are. So, ideally, we all like to get a little money when you pay your taxes, but you don't want to get too much money. It means you're paying too much during the year. So what's a good thing to do about this time of year? Take a look at your deductions? Yeah,
so the best thing to do at this time of the year is to sit down and kind of project out what you think your taxable income is going to be for this year. Look at what you expect your income to be for next year, and then start thinking about your deductions for next year, for 2024. Because here's good news. With the inflation that you just talked about a little bit ago, how it's come down, well, when they adjusted the brackets for 24, inflation was much higher. So they took a 5.4% bump. So that means if I'm in the top income tax bracket this year in 2023, which is 37%, next year, if my income, everything stays the same, I'm probably in a 35% tax bracket.
We're out of COVID adjustments right now. We're out of
Yes.
time, but yes, we're back to normal now.
We're back to normal. Yes, correct.
Back to normal is a good thing.
It is a good thing, and it is a good thing. And I think the big thing to take away from this is it's a good time to sit down, meet with, if you have a professional you work with, meet with them to talk about these. These are suggestions. If you do your own taxes, make sure you do your homework before you implement anything.
Good advice, Charlie. Charlie Heid, thanks so much.